So how do you meet women around and in the Ukraine now that the war is going on? So, couple ways. One is, and we do have some men that are going into the Ukraine. You can't fly in, but you can fly into Poland, you can fly into Moldova, and then you can take alternate transportation, buses, taxis, trains, things like that. And you can actually get to Odessa, you can actually get to Kyiv.
You know, I know the trip wasn't either easy,
No,
right?
no.
How was the trip? Because right now we're in a war zone, so there is no flights to Ukraine, and you had to do flight, train, bus. So how was that?
Yeah, it was, I made the joke that planes, trains, and automobiles, everybody knows the movie, and they've seen it, and that's exactly what you're gonna go through.
Tell me please about what were your expectations before coming here? You knew that there is a war. You had some correspondence with a girl that wasn't there. So
Right.
and socials. We didn't know how it's going to be because of the air alert sometimes and everything. So what were your expectations about Kyiv in general and your social?
Yeah, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. I'm walking streets of Kyiv, and you can see how peaceful it really is. If all you do is watch the news, you're only going to see the bad of what's going on, and that's what scares
that's
people.
true.
That's what scares people. But be well-rounded, do your research, look into every aspect of what's going on in Ukraine and Kyiv.
But there are some men that just want to do it. And we do have people in Ukraine staffed there, and there's, you know, millions of people living there still, and women are there and they are open to meeting. You know, for the most part of Ukraine in those cities, it's life as usual. They're going to work, they're going to school, they're going to restaurants, they're going to bars, they're doing things, right? Yes, there's a war going on. Yes, it's terrible. And there's caution and there's all that, but life is going on. But if you really are interested in going and want to meet, then you can talk to us and you can see how others have done it, and you see if it's something that you are willing to do. But it is a risk that you have to assess for yourself. Okay. The alternative to going to the Ukraine to meet the women would be to meet them outside of the Ukraine. Some of the women from the Ukraine are already living outside the Ukraine, in Germany or Poland or Italy or places like that. Others who are in the Ukraine, if you have some kind of communication with them, a few letters maybe, or a Skype call or two, they may be willing, if they feel there's a connection, they feel there's some spark, they may be willing to get on a train or a taxi and do the 12 or 14 hour jaunt it takes to get outside of the Ukraine to Poland or someplace to meet you. Okay, we have had that. We've helped arrange those things. So that's a possibility, but it's just more work. It's more laborious than it used to be. You know, before, when you could just fly into Kyiv and, within a day you're meeting, 2, 3, 4 women easily. It's not that easy anymore because of the logistics and how spread out everyone is. But it is possible. We have some men that are going to Western Europe and spending, a week there or 10 days there and meeting multiple women. But it is more difficult. It has to be thought out a little bit better, planned out a little bit better. And we can do that. We have staff that will help you do that if that's what you want to do. So we do have men meeting women in Ukraine and outside of Ukraine. And I think it's wonderful. All right, guys, we've got seminars coming up. I can't wait to meet you guys on the 19th in Cleveland, Ohio, and then on the 20th in Chicago, Illinois. Really looking forward to Cleveland and Chicago. It's going to be a lot of fun. Love to see you guys there. Cleveland's my hometown. Can't wait to go back there.
Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
ukrainesingles.com.